The Corps of Engineers, and by that time I was off of active duty and back as a civilian. Um, the Corps of Engineers gets involved in relief work for FEMA, and the main thing that the Corps did then, they still do it, is debris removal and managing the debris contracts. And so it was such a big effort that the local Corps office didn't have the manpower, so they brought in people from, actually I think Mobile, Alabama. But we did. I was involved. We would. I was working in engineering at that time, and we would put together these debris removal, make up these maps, areas, for debris removal, and then they'd make them up one day, and contractors would come in, they'd get the maps, and the next day they'd bid them, and we'd let bids. It was like a very expedited process, where we were letting contracts, on a daily basis almost, to remove debris in McClellanville, all Burke-Charleston County mostly. Right. We ended up doing some in Sumter, South Carolina. Sumter got hit really bad. Most people don't know that, but they lost. Sumter looked like a war zone up there after Hugo.
So to be someone, like in your case, where you were in the reserve as part of your, what you, in essence, signed up for, coming out of the ROTC and graduating from that, but also as a civilian, and in essence, volunteering your time to the same kind of work, it would have to be something that you really, were passionate about and enjoyed, because it seems that, that's what took up most of your time. So talk a little about that. What was it about, being, serving in that aspect of the armed forces that really drove you to dedicate that much time to doing that kind of work?
I don't know. It's just a call to serve. It's called to serve, I guess. And you couldn't. You couldn't do the same job that you did on a daily basis as a civilian when you were doing your reserve stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was against the rules. You had to do something. You had to be. You had to do something different.
Okay.
And so, it was. I enjoyed it because I got to do something different, and then even after I didn't always do that emergency management thing. I started doing some other stuff. I went some other locations and did some assignments. I went to Fort Hood, Texas one time. I went to Fort Belvoir, Virginia one time, and you basically had, when they had a need, they would call you and ask you if you want to go take a tour of duty, and I took a few of them, but not a whole lot, because I had a job, That was so. But it was very interesting to see some of the stuff I saw.